Fine Saints in the gray uniforms for the Fine Saints in the brown. Tip one back by Christian Road. Got up there, and then it fell to him. Krubel holds it on the near wing, dribbles it around the perimeter, slips it over to Lydell King. V-Hawks moving left to right on whatever you're watching on. Vice versa for the Fighting Saints. Here's Colin Adams wearing a mask. He knocks down the first bucket here in this one this afternoon. 2-0 V-Hawks out of the gate. Of course, V-Hawks coming off of a double overtime bout, an 85-84 victory over St. Xavier. For St. Francis, a 76-58 victory over Holy Cross. As Anna Bedarte feeds it to Small, now slips it to Davis. Davis with the left hand trying to back down Cole Krubel. 3 defenders guard him as this one slipped back to Joffrey Nanali. Deadly from deep. He's shooting 50% from out there this season. Gives the Fighting Saints a 1-point advantage. 1 minute into this contest. Colin Adams holds it on the far wing. Gives it to King. King now finding Landon Thousand. Be working against big bad Ramel Davis. With the left hand into the lane. Flips it back. Here's Colin Adams. Now to Krubel. Krubel to Thousand. Shot clock down to 3. V-Hawks looking for a bucket as that one not going to get off before the buzzer sounds. Be a shot clock violation against the V-Hawks. But the V-Hawks currently sitting in 10th place in the conference. A 5-10 record as for St. Francis, sitting pretty atop the standings at 13-2. As Davis feeds it to the high post, here's Anna Petarte. Feeds it low to Merrick Small with a hook shot. Doesn't get that one to tumble on in. Krubel now pushes the pace up the floor for the V-Hawks, finding Colin Adams. Now over to Landon Thousand. Thousand, of course, coming off of his game winner, a buzzer beater 2 against St. Xavier to procure that victory. So he's trying to cross up Nanali. Feeds it back to the near side of the floor to Krubel. Shot clock down to 10. Nowhere to go for the V-Hawks here in the last couple possessions. Krubel off the backboard, trying to use geometry to get that one to go in. Not quite. Here's Merrick Small finding Anna Petarte. Goes to his left. Now slips it over to Sims. Sims rips through with the right hand, finding a man inside. How about that? Finish by Anna Petarte. Makes it 5-2, Fighting Saints from the jump. Ramel Davis welcoming Thousand to the Viterbo half of the floor. Thousand holds it on top. Working against Davis. Works off of his screen. Here's Colin Adams. Slings it to the corner to King. Now to Thousand. Shot clock down to 5. Cole Krubel rises up. Doesn't get that one to go in. We got a foul on the floor. This one against Merrick Small. He can't believe it. Small was the Week 2 Offensive Player of the Week in the conference. Continues to play great offensive basketball, shooting 59% from the field, second best field goal percentage in the conference. It's on the inbound. Christian Road pitches it back to Landon Thousand. Thousand stuck in the corner against Davis. Picks up his dribble, looks for Adams. Adams, shot clock down to 10 now. Now over to Krubel. Krubel with the right hand loses a handle on it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Turnaround jumper. Not going to get it to go. Ball remains loose. Landon Thousand pulls it down. Far short corner two. No good. Road fights for another rebound, but Small comes away with it and takes it on the run. Feeds it back to Sims. Now looks on top for Anna Petarte. Here's Small now. Back to Anna Petarte. With the left hand, tries drive it in, has it stripped, falls into the lap of Krubel, feeds it forward. Lydell King didn't have quite a good handle on it, likes to take it back. He's wide open, he'll pop the 3, and he knows he did not get that one. Anna Petarte falls into his lap, he kicks it up to Delshawn Sims. Looks to the far corner, Nanali. Looks inside for Small. Small, despite his name, is quite large. Standing at 6'10". He's working against Road, and we got a foul on the floor. or a foul on the shot attempt, I should say, from Merrick Small. As a team, St. Francis shooting 77% as a team from the free throw line. That's best in the conference. As Small's free throws up and good, makes it a 6-2 lead. St. Francis entering this one ranked 25th in the country. Up and good, as our first sub in this one will be Ben Fotz, a 6'10 senior from Fürth, Germany. Previously played at Olney Central College. Seven to 2 with the score here from the Beggs Gymnasium, as hitting to the high post. Now to the corner. Here's Colin Adams. Adams to Krubel, looks inside, able to get it to Rowe. Now looks for Adams, the mid-range jumper just off the front of the rim. Team as dominant as St. Francis, you got to make those shots. St. Francis, no room for error. First in the conference with a team field goal percentage of 50%. As there's Nanulli, who's no good. We got a foul on the floor as Davis rose up. Looked like there may have been a push in the back somewhere along there. And we'll get ourselves a full line change for the Viterbo side. A fresh 5 on the floor. Viterbo in desperate need of a bucket. The starting 5 unable to come through. He's on the inbound. Sims looking for somebody. Feeds it to Anabitarte. Standing in the high post. Turnaround jumper. Just rising above that and Jacob Watson. And that's the thing about this St. Francis squad. We saw this same squad here on the V-Hawk Sports Network way back in November when they played Fort Hays State. What am I talking about? Playing Bellevue and Valley City State in that 2-game contest here in Viterbo. As Johnson feeds it down low. Here's Jack Voigt trying to make a post move. High off the glass and good. The kind of work you want out of your post players, Wayne Wagner, I think, approves. 9-4, V-Hawks back on the board. Sims looking to respond. Gets it on top to Nanali. Nanali feeds it to the high post near elbow. Anabitarte hands it off to Nanali as he drives in. High off the glass. Doesn't get that one to go as Anabitarte undercuts Braden Krubel. And with that, we got ourselves our first timeout on the floor in this one. 14:22 left to play in this ball game. 9-4. Then Calumet, Olivet Nazarene, St. Ambrose, and Governors State in the top 8. The bottom 4 being Holy Cross, Viterbo, Trinity Christian, Judson. All those teams would not be invited to the CCAC Conference Tournament. Braden Krubel rises up. Doesn't get that one to go in. Rebound pulled down. Here's Don Jokum now. Don Jokum. As Jokum slings it on top to Richardson, looks inside of the high post as feeding the cutting Connor Casper. Dynamite finish. Ben Fotz with a great feed. Make it 11-4. Now driving in. Jack Voigt powering his way up. He's blocked by Fotz. Here come the Fighting Saints. Jokum slings it to the corner. Nick Niago trying to do some work, trying to get fed, but Fotz throws it off of a V-Hawk foot. So the V-Hawks hoping for the upset here in this one tonight. And then hoping for a Governors State loss for taking on St. Ambrose in the midweek clash. As holding it here is Casper. Casper with a couple of dribbles, elects to take it on top, bounce passes it to Fotz. Shot clock down to 9, 8-7, 6. Slings it to the corner, Jokum. Jokum, hesitation, now drives the lane, rises up. Can he get it to go? Not quite. Rebound, one back by Fotz. Kicks it back, 3-ball. Richardson, far, no good. Here's Johnson with the board, finding Kepnick. Slings it to Krubel, looks for Voigt. Now, Watson, pump fake with a dribble, feeds it inside, trying to slam it home as Johnson. He's hit on his way up, and he'll head to the line. First foul will be against the German national and Ben Fotz. But Cole Johnson steps to the line, a freshman from Evansville, Wisconsin. Shooting 84% from the charity stripe this season, trying to get a much-needed bucket for the V-Hawks. And he gets just that. But Viterbo would like to thank Gunderson for being a great partner of V-Hawks Athletics. They're the official provider of the athletic training services and help keep V-Hawk athletes in the game. Shot is up, shot no good. 13 minutes left to play here in the first half. Sean Richardson, the junior out of Millbrae, California, runs the point. Slips it over to Jokum. Now kicks it on top to Casper. Now to the far wing. Here's Niago. Feeds it inside to Fotz. We got a foul on the floor. I believe that one going to be called against Jack Voigt. Got a couple of subs checking on. A trio of V-Hawks. Landon Thousand, Cole Krubel, and Colin Adams. Wayne Wagner looking for the right concoction of players on the floor to get the V-Hawks some points. As Richardson inbounds it to Fotz. Now to Jokum. 12:44 left to play here in the first half. As Fotz is going to get fouled. A risky reach-in by Jack Voigt. And they'll call upon Christian Rowe to take his place. Rode in for Voigt. Short shift for Voigt. Had a big bucket there early on. And since then, as Colin Adams read that one like a book, he's going to slam it on home. Colin Adams reinvigorating the crowd with a slam. Makes it 11-7. 12:25 left here in the first half. Gets the bench a little energized for the V-Hawks. Silent so far in this one as Jokum rises up, swishes it. 13-7. Big answer back for the Fighting Saints. As here's Landon Thousand now. Feeds it inside. Christian Rowe with a sky hook. Gets it to tumble in. 13-9. 12 minutes left here in the first half. As Niago holds it. Now they work it to Richardson on the near side of the floor. Jokum pops out to grab it. Now to the far wing. Niago again tries to hit it down low and succeeds to Fotz. Fotz backing down road, works by him, lays it up and in. Ben Fotz, the senior. As here's Landon Thousand. Running the point against Richardson. Between the leg dribble, works to his right. Tries taking it in the lane. Whole lot of bumping between the two on their way to the hoop. Call that one against Sean Richardson. Thousand to inbound. Gets it to Kepnick. Feeds it to Adams. Adams trying to back down Casper. Misses. Loose ball. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Adams. And the Fighting Saints win possession back. 15-9. 11-16 left to play here in the first half. Fighting Saints with the advantage. Richardson running the point. Slings it to the near wing. Jokum hands it back off. Looks up top. It's a lob. Up off the glass and good for Jokum. The Fighting Saints proven why they are the 25th best team in the NAIA. Stuff like that. Gotta love it if you're Ryan Marks, where your bench is just as good as your starting five. Proving that right now. As Kepnick tries driving in, gives it back to Thousand. Now looks for Krubel. Shot clock down to 10. Thousand rises up, three ball. That one off the mark as it falls to Richardson. He's tapped on the back of his head by his own teammate. Kicks it to the corner. Niago looks for Fotz. Fotz hands it off. Separation. Three ball. Rims out. 10-20 left here in the first half. 8-point lead for St. Francis. Road now. Hits a cutting Colin Adams. He's hacked on his way up. He'll head to the line. Colin Adams, a junior for this Viterbo squad. Hails from La Crosse, playing for Central. Just a couple blocks east of here. That one up, that one good. Looks like 4 subs on for the V-Hawks. Everybody but Colin Adams. Makes it 17-10. 10:09 left to play here in the first half. Adams from the line this season, 67%. That one up, that one good. Phenomenal at the line here on this first journey. So Richardson will run the point here. Feeds it to Jokum. Jokum on top to Anapatarte. Now back to Richardson on the near side. He's going to ask for a screen from Small. Behind the back dribble, bounce pass to Jokum. Going to try to take Lydell King. Got that space, and he missed it. And some of the V-Hawk faithful going to let him know with the advantage. And can say just from watching this one so far, I mean, it's been pretty lopsided, despite the score being as close as it has been. St. Francis just a bigger squad right now as that one tipped out of bounds by Jokum. Viterbo remains in possession. But hey, that's what you get. You're 25th in the country, the NAIA level, looking to make a deep run into the postseason. Ryan Marks, as the head coach, has known time and time again, proven he is one of the best coaches in the conference. As Braden Bradway lines up the 3 ball and comes away empty. Small with the rebound, kicks it up to Richardson to run the point. Feeds it on back to Anapatarte. The bounce pass to the high post. Small. Back to Anapatarte. Pump fake, able to work past Adams into the lane. He's stripped on his way up. Ball will stay fighting St. Way. Anapatarte from Lasarte Oria, Spain, as he gets it on the inbound. He's not able to convert. Bradway has it intercepted by Jokum. 2-on-2 up the floor. Picks up his dribble, looking to find somebody. Feeds it on back, tried to Richardson, and just threw it out of bounds. Pressure was there. Tough defense put on by Bradway. Forcing that errant pass. Braden Krubel to run the point. Feeds it to Bradway. Now over to Lydell King. King leading Colin Adams a bit too far, but he last touched by Anapatarte. Staying Viterbo ball. 17-11 the score. 8:41 left here in the first half. King to inbound. Gets it into Bradway in the far corner. Ripping through against Jokum. Tries taking baseline. Stuck underneath the hoop. And they're going to say last touch by Jokum as that one goes out of bounds. King now to inbound from the left side underneath the hoop. If you're looking out towards the floor. King with nowhere to go with it. Just throws it in. Now before 5 seconds is called. St. Francis putting on the clamps, and they're not letting up. Welcome back to the floor. Ramel Davis, Delshawn Sims, and Joffrey Nanali. Kind of the big 3 up top, and then, of course, you get the big 2 down low with Small and Anapatarte. 17-11, 8:30 left to play here in this first half. Anapatarte feeding it to Small. He's working against Trayton Fletcher. Fletcher putting up quite the battle. They feed it inside on the near short corner. Anapatarte working against Cole Adams, rises up. Just the bigger man right now. Anapatarte at 6'8". Makes it 19-11. As Krubel gets it in the lane. Shot is up. Off the rim, no good. Fighting for the board. This one last touch by a fighting Saint. Trayton Fletcher causing problems down low. Good shift for him. As Christian Rode will check back on. 4 players off the bench for Viterbo. As Watson to inbound it. Trying to get it in, feeds it into Cole Krubel, stuck underneath the hoop, a little up and under. Just slipping the screen on the inbound, finds himself underneath the hoop. And you give him that much room underneath the hoop, he's not going to miss. 19-13, 7:48 left to play here in the first half. As Sims gets it to Anabadarte, feeds it right back on the near wing. Now looks inside. Anabadarte trying to back down Colin Adams. He's met by a trio of V-Hawks. He was stripped for a moment, but Ramel Davis cleaning it up, playing janitor, and puts it away. 21-13. Cole Krubel hits Rhodey as he pops out to get it. Now looks inside. Colin Adams pitches it back out. Kepnick, three ball on the way. Far, no good. Small with the board. Here goes Sims now. Keeps his eyes up the floor. I think he was looking for Nanali. Anabadarte on the near low block. Skips it far corner. Here's Nanali. Back out to Davis. Davis, the left hand, goes up, lays it in. Ramel Davis previously played at Bakersfield College out west, as Colin Adams aerobatically fights his way to the hoop but does not get the finish to go. Here comes Davis and the Fighting Saints once again. Anabadarte catches his breath. The dribble to his right, pitches it to Delshawn Sims. Sims looks for Small. Small with the handoff, feeds it to the far wing. Now looks inside. Davis blocked on his way up. Not quite, says the official watching the baseline. Saying Christian Road just got a bit too much of the big man as he made his way to the hoop. Ten-point lead, trying to make the largest of the afternoon for Davis. Make it a 11-point lead, potentially 12. He converts on the two, taking his time. And he missed it. But thank you to Pepsi for being the official beverage partner on campus here at Viterbo, and also a sponsor of both basketball teams. Viterbo appreciates your support. As Connor Casper checks back in for the Spaniard. (23-13), 6:18 left to play here in the first half. The second one from Davis. Up and good. So you say take your time. You can't rush art, really. 24-13, 11-point lead. Largest for the Fighting Saints in this one. Watson picks up his dribble, gets it inside to Trayton Fletcher. Hits Cole Krubel, and we got a foul by Ramel Davis running through Jacob Watson. Can't bulldoze your way through the screen and make an attempt to get around it, not through it. And I'm sure Davis, the redshirt senior, knows that rule very well. Been around the game for a while. Cole Krubel knocks it down from the near short corner. Makes it a 9-point deficit for the V-Hawks. 6 minutes left to play here in the first half. 24-25, Fighting Saints. Here's Delshawn Sims now. Between the leg dribble. Now feeds it over to Casper. Now to Small, down low it goes to Ramel Davis. He's going to get the finish. 26-15. Watson running the point for the V-Hawks here. With a crossover, trying to get past Sims. Sims, too quick, cuts him off on both directions. Trayton Fletcher with a pump fake. Works to his left, has the lane blocked by Small. Not quite. They're going to say they got a piece of him. Eric Small picking up his second foul. And you could argue, maybe two fouls that maybe on a different set of refs goes a different way. Fletcher heads to the line, however, shooting 73% this season. As that one up, that one no good. as Small has to check off, likely for a majority of the rest of the first half. Need him for the second half. Of course, he's player of the week back in week 2 offensively. He's a big part of this St. Francis squad. That one up, that one good. Back to a 10-point deficit for the V-Hawks. 26-16, 5:18 left to play here in the first half. Here's Davis holding it on the near wing. Lobs it down low, looking for Fauts, but not on the same page. Just tosses it out of bounds. Here goes Watson, handing it off to Krubel. Now looks for Kepnick. Kepnick feeds it to the far corner. Cole Johnson hitting Krubel. Krubel pulls up, foot inside the silo, knocks it through. He's taking control of this one. Really the only scoring threat right now for Viterbo, being Cole Krubel. Averaging about 13 points per game, second highest on the club. As Nanali with a pump fake, elects to drive in. Had the open look, sides against it. Here's Davis, trying to get it inside to Fauts. Fauts in the near short corner, going to be working against Fletcher. Into the lane, hook shot, no good. Watson pulls down the board. He'll pitch it forward to Fletcher. My goodness, what a pass. Just past the outstretched reach of Fauts. Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow. Very Mahomes reminiscent. The parallel is there. I don't know. I don't think Jalen Hurts is much of a passer as that one. Just thrown out of bounds once again as Davis and his big men not on the same page right now. 26-20, timeout on the floor. 4 minutes left to play here in the first half. Just watching this one, the Fighting Saints, I mean, they're just a bigger squad right now. You get Small, Fauts, Anabitarte, even Ramel Davis sitting at 6'5". He kind of runs the point for this squad every once in a while when Delshawn Sims isn't on the floor. Just a big squad that the Fighting Saints have here. But V-Hawks playing tough. First time these two teams played back in January, Viterbo actually led at half. As Landon Thousand with the shot clock down to 3, finding Colin Adams, blocked on his way up as this one tipped back to Davis. He'll take it on the run, crossing up Cole Krubel. He misses the layup attempt, however. Krubel pushing the pace, kicks it near wing. Landon Thousand knocks it down. Pulls it within 3, 26-23, 3 minutes left here in the first half. Delshawn Sims going to work, commandeering the offense. Kicks it on top. Nanali kicks it back to the corner. 3-ball to answer. Nothing but net for Delshawn Sims. The second best three-point shooting team in the conference at 39% are these Fighting Saints, and they're showing it off right now. Thousand feeds it down low. Trayton Fletcher going to work against the German national. Feeds it inside to a cutting Colin Adams. He's fouled. He'll head to the line. So Adams will step to the line once again here in this contest. That one, no good. Adams, we said it time and time again, he's one of those guys where he's a better shooter with a hand in his face in comparison to shooting without one in his face. You know, he'll drive through all 5 players on the floor. And I think that that one right there helps the point I'm trying to make here, right? Because you'll see him go through 5 guys to get to that hoop, but the moment he gets nobody in front of him, it's unlike him. Here's Delshawn Sims working against Lydell King, flips it to Davis. He's looking at the ref. He wants something. He's not going to get it. Fauts hands it back off to Davis, near short corner. Backing down Cole Krubel. Goes up, gets that one to roll on in. He's asking for a foul. Not going to get it. Landon Thousand now. 2 minutes left to play here in the half. Lydell King holds it. Works to his right. Skips it to 1,000. Now looks down low to Fletcher, the big man. Goes up. Off the side of the backboard, no good, and a foul. This one against Ben Fotz. Second against Fotz in this one. Referee explaining to him that it's because he came down a little bit. Fletcher's been to the line already before. Going 1 of 2. He misses the first one. Fletcher now trying to come through. Second one up, well short. Something in the air here at the Beggs Gymnasium, where on back-to-back free throw trips, Adams and Fletcher both airball it. Not quite sure I've seen that. I've seen, one before, but back-to-back, I mean, that's a little something. 31-23, score remains. Fletcher goes 0 of 2, driving into the lane. Fotz wasn't expecting it. He got it at his nose. Trying to back down Fletcher. Little reverse move, went one way, spun back the other. He goes up, doesn't get it to go. We got a foul on a V-Hawk. And they're going to call that one on Trayton Fletcher. So Fotz steps to the line. From the line for him this season, 71%. 24 of 34. He steps to the line for the first time here in this one. This one up, and that one good. Had the deficit down to 3 for the V-Hawks. The Fighting Saints doing what they do. And before we get to the second one, we'll have ourselves a timeout. Viterbo, well, we have the time. Viterbo would like to thank Gunderson for being a great partner of V-Hawk Athletics. They're the official provider of Viterbo's athletic training services and help keep Viterbo athletes in the game. Fotz trying to come through. Trying to go 2 of 2. Making a 10-point lead. Second one up. Second one good. As Mobayed checks on for his first shift on the floor. Taking over for Fotz. As 1,000 with an in-and-out dribble, tries blowing by Davis, picks up his dribble. He's going to make a move high off the glass, no good, and a shove by Davis on his way up means 1,000 will head to the line. Jokum set to check on in, Trayton Fletcher as well. First one up, first one no good. So Jack Voigt will check off, and Ramel Davis will also sub off. Don Jokum, brother of Dakota Jokum. Second one up, second one good. No air ball on this free throw attempt, on this free throw trip, as 1,000 gets rewarded with some time on the bench for his work. Hit himself a big three-pointer to cut it down to 3, but since then, the Fighting Saints doing what they usually do. This one tipped to the backcourt. Sims now, the left hand, drives in, takes it back out. Nanali feeds it down low to Mobayed. Trying to back down Fletcher as they work it quickly. Sims now, thought about popping it. Elects against it. Mobayed in the high post. Shot clock down to 5. Sims drives in, left-handed floater, no good. Trying to reach around his opponent. As Krubel finding Kepnick. Kepnick slings it over to Lydell King. They work it to an open Kepnick. 3-ball on the way. That one off the rim, no good. Adams with the board. Forces one up. No good on that attempt. We got a foul against Anna Benarte. To the dismay of the entire St. Francis bench. I'm not quite sure I saw much, but I always say the officials, give them the benefit of the doubt. They're closer to the action than I am, and they study the rule books. That one up and good from Adams makes it an 8-point deficit. 33-25, 29 seconds left to play here in the first half. as Adams makes up for his air ball on his last visit by sinking both of them. 25 seconds left here in the first half, as we're going to have a timeout taken by Ryan Marks. Got to rack off a couple of victories, however, to get there. It'd be a pretty big one here this afternoon. Vihawks enter on a 2-game win streak, coming off victories against San Xavier in double overtime and Trinity Christian here at home. Only got 2 more home matchups after this. A pair of Wednesday bouts, once against St. Ambrose and the other against Judson. The clock down to 2 as Anabatarte fires up the 3. No good. Whatever Coach Marks drew up, not the way it went on the floor, and that'll take us to the halftime break. 33-26 over the CCAC, the 25th best team in the NAIA, coming to Viterbo. We're back to action here as Sims slides it to Davis. Gives it on top to Anabatarte. Now back over to Sims. And we've already got ourselves a foul. Lydell King, the culprit, grabbing hold of not Delshawn Sims, Ramel Davis. Inbounds it to the corner. Small. Backing down Road. Kicks it back out. Davis going to set up the offense. Works to his right, finding Denali, now over to Merrick Small. Pump fake, drives in. He's blocked on his way up. Cole Krubel swooped in to pat that one away. Lydell King back to Landon. 1,003 ball. Caroms off the rim, bounces off the backboard, and lands in the Spaniard's hand. As Denali holds it in the corner. Slings it on top to Davis, feeds it to Small. Small. Now back to Davis. Davis works to his left. Feeds it to Anabatarte. Long 3, knocks it home. Aitor Anabatarte, the week 2, 9 in 12 defensive player of the week. Showing he's got it on offense as well. Reason he leads a team averaging 15 points per game. He's no slouch offensively. 36-26, back to a 10-point lead. Colin Adams driving against the Spaniard. He misses off the front of the iron. As here's Davis now. Leads it on back. Here's Anabatarte. 2 for 2. He's loving it. Mi amigos en fuego. 39-26. As King back to Krubel, answering with a 3 of his own. Back to a 10-point deficit. Will we see another Aitor Anabatarte 3-ball? Got to get him open first. He slings it to Sims. Sims on the near wing. Skips it back to Anabatarte. He's going to drive in this time with a Euro. 3 trips, 8 points for Aitor Anabatarte. Announcing his second half presence with authority here in a 41-29 lead. Landon 1,000 drives into nowhere. Feeds it into Road. Road going to pop the mid-range. That one, splash. Back to a 10-point deficit once again. Shades of the women's game we saw before, where St. Francis was the one that trailed by 10. Kept cutting it down, and the Viterbo would get it up to, an 8-point lead, 10-point lead, 12-point lead, 10-point lead, something like that. As Merrick Small feeds down low, Aitor kicks it to the corner. Here's Nanali driving in. Nowhere to go with it. Back out it goes to Davis. He drives in high off the glass, no good. Merrick Small picks it up and puts it home. 43-31, 17 minutes left. That's 1,000. Feeds it back to Krubel on the far wing. Now looks for Road. Road now shifting it to 1,000. Back out it goes to King. He rips through. Again, Sims kicks it out. 1,000 drives in. Here to the corner. Colin Adams got some separation. Lays it up and in. 43-33. 16:33 left here in this one. As Davis kicks it on top to Anabatarte. Now to the near wing. Delshawn Sims now looks inside for Davis. Davis on the near low block. Little mismatch. Nanali chucks up the three. A rare miss for him, right? Nanali, 50% from beyond the arc this season. So here's Rode. Rode to King. On top to Thousand. He's going to drive in. Nowhere to go with it. Nice find and an emphatic slam. Christian Rode, a 6'7" freshman out of Chicago, Illinois. Cuts the lead down to 8. Adibitarte looks for Sims. Far wing on top to Nanali. Nanali feeds it to the high post. Here's Small. Small back out. Nanali works off the screen. Great find, and Merrick Small answers with a slam of his own. 45-35, 15-20 left here in the first half. Colin Adams finds Rode. Over to Thousand. Thousand to Adams. Open for three. Shot is up. Shot is good. 7-point deficit now. 45-38. 15 left to play. Viterbo looking for a stop. Deep three. No good from Delshawn Sims. A risky three ball. As far back, he was sitting on the beak of the V-Hawk with that one. Was not expecting that. And lately, in the last couple of possessions, or pretty much the entire game, St. France has been methodical with the ball as Landon Thousand can convert. Small with the rebound. Here goes Sims now up the floor. Going to try to burn past a freshman. Can't quite. Looks on top. With a bounce pass to the far side. Here's Joffrey Nanali. Now gets it to the far low block. Skipping it on top. Nanali three ball. That one bangs off the base of the rim. Rebound by Adams. Takes it on the run. Hits Landon Thousand. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. But fighting for it and salvaging the possession is Colin Adams. Working against Adibitarte. Forces a shot up. He'll head to the line. And we've got ourselves our first timeout of the half. 45-38. See if you can come through. Try to close the deficit a little bit. Playing catch-up in this second half for a majority of it. The Hawks led this game, I believe, right at the very start as Adams converts on his first. But V-Hawk fans, you can follow all of the V-Hawk teams by going to the Athletics website at www.viterboathletics.com. Check out schedules, rosters, scores, and much more. Second one up, second one off the face of the rim. Watson pulls down the board, finding Kepnick on the near wing. Slings it on top to Adams, now looks for Watson. Watson asking for somebody to move. He'll pitch it off to Krubel. Now here it is to Adams. Shot clock down to 5 now. Kepnick drives in, feeds it to Adams. He's stripped. Jokum. Don Jokum kicks it to the corner. Niago slings it back to Richardson. Richardson with a crossover. Now looks for Jokum in the far wing. Gives it up to Fotz. Fotz now to the near wing. Richardson with a bounce pass down low on the near low block. And we've got a foul. It'll be an offensive foul against the Fighting Saints. Cole Johnson checking on for Colin Adams. 45-39, 13:22 left to play here in this one. Closest the V-Hawks have had the deficit down was 3 back in the first half. So here's Watson to the corner. Krubel pump fakes, drives in, loses a handle on it. The last touched by Don Jokum. .05 here left to play. As Watson gets it to Kepnick in the corner, off the inbound, finding Johnson. Johnson picks up his dribble, looks back for Kepnick to the corner. Watson rises up, well short. Great pass to Braden Krubel. Turnaround jumper's no good. Knows he should have had that one. Don Jokum trying to split the defense. Keeps his dribble for a moment till some V-Hawks come and swarm him. Kepnick back to Krubel. To Voigt, to the far wing. Watson hits Kepnick, pulls up. Can't get it to go. Ball remains loose. They're going to say last touch by Connor Casper. May have got away with one there. For the V-Hawks, able to retain possession. Likes to take it back to Kepnick on the volleyball line as he almost throws it away. Here goes Johnson shifting in. Back to Watson. 3-ball. Krubel. No good. Ball falls to Don Jokum. Here goes Sean Richardson. Richardson over to Jokum to the far corner. Casper inside to Fox. Double team. Trying to find a way through this one. Last touch by a V-Hawk. With two of them there causing chaos. Can't quite discern a specific name in real time. We're sitting quite a ways away here, not necessarily on the floor. To the far wing it goes, now inside to Fox. Fox, the German, back out. Don Jokum from deep, no good. Fox fighting for the board. Voigt won it for a second, saying last touch by Fox. Is that one out of bounds? The St. Francis coaching staff, I don't think they've been a fan of the refs all afternoon, and they are especially not happy with that call. As Watson slips it to Kepnick. Kepnick over to Krubel. Krubel now over to Voigt. Voigt with a dribble. Handing it off to Johnson. Tries to fire one inside to Voigt off of his fingertips. And they're saying it's last touch by a fighting Saint. In real time, it looked like he just fired that thing out of bounds. The refs are not going to come together to discuss it. The Zebras all in agreement. And we got ourselves a foul off the inbound. And this one going to be called against Sean Richardson. He was talking to the ref about the inbound, about the out-of-bounds call. And then fouls a player, picking up his third. He's on the inbound, able to get it to Voigt. Voigt pitches it off to Kepnick. Kepnick back to Voigt. Tries driving in. High off the glass. No good. Rebound pulled down by Johnson. He's blocked on his way up by Casper. Here's Richardson. Pushing it up the floor for the Fighting Saints. Hits Jokum. He's going to drive in. Goes up. Hits the ground hard. And we got ourselves a foul on the floor. Or a foul on the shot. And he'll head to the line. Johnson picks up his first foul. He was stuck underneath the hoop trying to draw the charge. As we'll have ourselves a full line change of V-Hawks coming on. Jokum from the line this season, 77%. As this one up, this one clangs off, no good. All five V-Hawks off, a whole new set on. 45-39, 11-18 left to play here in this one. Both teams scoreless in the last couple of minutes. It's been straight up and down, good defense on both sides. Forcing up bad shots on either half of the floor. Jokum trying to end that scoreless streak, and he won't. Christian Road with the board and a foul called on Connor Casper. Both teams racking up the fouls here in the last 5 minutes. This one called on Connor Casper, the redshirt sophomore out of Glenview, Illinois. Picks up his third. Perhaps working towards Ryan Marks' plan. Have the subs, have the next five off the bench, do a lot of the leg work, and then give the starting five all the time to mount a comeback if need be. Colin Adams chucks one up. That one's off the backboard, no good. Rebound pulled down. Here goes Jokum. Jokum gets some separation against Cole Krubel. Rims out, no good. Fox with the board, and we got an offensive foul against Ben Fox. Say shoving his man to get that board. As Merrick Small and Ramel Davis check on, Fauts is off, as well as Don Jokum. 10:48 left to play here in this one, 45-39. Both teams held scoreless last couple of minutes. Something's got to give. As Landon Thousand runs a point, pitches it off to King, finding Adams. Adams picks up his dribble. Now looks for King. King going to work off a screen to Christian Road as he cuts. Big bucket for the big man. 45-41. Able to slip his screen and make a way to the basket using that long 6'7" frame to get to the hoop. Davis down low, working against King. He forces one up, no good on his first attempt. Gets a second one up in it. 47-41, 10 minutes left to play. Landon Thousand runs the point for the V-Hawks. Slips it to King. King working against Richardson, takes him on. Back out, Road, mid-range. Good. Saw him knock down a one very similar to that one early on in this ball game back in the first half. Or no, back earlier in the half, I should say. As open on the far wing as Davis elects not to shoot. Feeds it down low to Merrick Small. Small backing down Road underneath the hoop. Forces one up. Gets the second one to go. Stat padding right now. You saw Davis do the same, right? Help the averages. Hey, I'm all for it. 9 minutes left to play, 49-43. A great cut by Colin Adams. A great find by Landon Thousand. 49-45, 4-point ball game. Here's Richardson, looking for more points for the Fighting Saints. Feeds it down low. Davis, the big man on the far low block. Is he going to go to work here? Backing down Adams. He's met by a trio of V-Hawks. Back out. Niago, 3-ball, no good. Ball falls to Landon Thousand. He'll take it, push it forward. Colin Adams with a Euro. Gets it to go on in. 49-47. As close as it's been since the opening minutes of the first half. 8:20 left to play in this one. Niago kicks it on top, swings it to Richardson. Richardson to Davis. Davis to the corner, Niago. He holds it. Bounce passes it inside to Merrick Small on the near low block. Spins off of Road. Blocked on his way up. Ball loose, picked up by Colin Adams. Flips it to Lydell King. Thousand. He's going to take on Davis. Into the lane, back out. Adams for the lead. Well short. Merrick Small with the board as it falls into his lap. 4:45 left to play in this contest. Number 25 in the country on the ropes. Inside it goes to Davis. Davis going to be working against King here. Skips it. Far corner. Niago or Richardson able to save it. Gets it into Merrick Small. Small backing down Road. Able to hit Davis. Davis drives in. He's hacked on the way up. All Lydell King could do there was foul. And we've got ourselves another timeout on the floor. This one a full. Back here on the V-Hawk Sports Network. St. Francis 49, Viterbo 47. I'm Cooper Lipsky here as we welcome you back to Ramel Davis on the free throw line. Davis shooting 80% from the line this season. Gets there more than any, well, second most on the team. Knocks that one through. 3-point lead for the Fighting Saints. V-Hawks had a chance for the lead, but Colin Adams came up well short on his three-point attempt to do so. Davis methodical at the free throw line, taking his allocated amount of dribbles. And that one rims out. Anabitarte gets the board, forces it up, and gets it to go. 52-47. When in doubt, you go to the Spaniard. Three-time player of the week in the CCAC. Leading scorer on the club. Here's Kepnick, kicks it to the corner. Krubel, 3-ball, on the mark. Braden Krubel, the sophomore out of Bloomington, buries a big-time three-pointer to keep the deficit at 2. Batarte looks for Sims. Sims working against Kepnick. Feeds it on top to Davis. Davis to the high post, hitting Fauts. Fauts trying to get it down low. Batarte, turnaround jumper. He's automatic. You can't stop that man right now. 54-50. As Watson drives in, lays it up. Not going to get that one to go. Jack Voigt, second chance. Teams just trading blows right now. Bucket for bucket on each possession. 54-52, 6:15 left. Here's Sims now. Gets it down low. Batarte trying to rip pass. Cole Johnson stuck. Triple team. Sims open 3. Not going to get it to go. Kepnick kicks it up to Krubel. 6 minutes left to play in this one. As Voigt gets in the far short corner. Kicks it back out. Krubel looks inside. Foul. Nanali, the culprit. Nanali picking up his first in this one. As Watson to inbound. And we've got an offensive foul called against the V-Hawks. Braden Krubel, the culprit, saying he tried to run through somebody. (54-52). St. Francis in front. 5:44 left to play. As Sims calling for Davis to come and get it on the near wing. Gets it on top. Nanoli thought about shooting the 3. Gives it to Batarte. Feeds it down low. Fought clanging against Voigt, and a foul called against Jack Voigt. Fauts' first is up, and this one rims out. Fauts 71% from the line entering today. So he tries to come through here on the second, trying to make it a 3-point lead. It's up, and it's good. 55-52, 5:30 left to play as Watson retrieves the inbound from Kepnick. He'll walk it up the floor. The St. Francis crew on the bench making a lot of noise. Kepnick gets it to Voigt. Voigt dribbles around the perimeter, finding Watson. He's going to try taking the lane. Picks up his dribble. Gives it back to Krubel. Shot clock down to 10. Nowhere to go with it. Back to Johnson. Johnson into the lane now. Does he have a chance? Off the glass and good. 55-54. 5 minutes left to play. The V-Hawks putting number 1 in the conference on the ropes. Batarte swings it to Sims. Sims to Nanali. Pumped like he was going to shoot. And elects to give it to Davis. Looks inside. Batarte working against Cole Johnson. Inside to Davis. Just lost track of his man. And Davis made him pay. Back to a 3-point lead. 57-54. 4:30 left. Watson drifts to the corner to Kepnick. Back to Voigt, to Kepnick on top. Works off of the screen. Voigt now on top of the silo. Hands it off to Johnson, feeds it to Voigt on the elbow. Now hitting Watson. Shot clock down to 8. To the corner to Kepnick. Drives in, goes up, doesn't get it to go. Fauts with the board. Chance for some separation here for the Fighting Saints. Batarte holds it. A full line change coming on for Viterbo. That'll be the starters. And an errant pass falls to the lap of Braden Krubel. Here goes Kepnick. Pulls up for 2. Got it. Carson Kepnick, the Wassalem Panther, makes it a 1-point ball game. 3:36 left to play. Fans making some noise here at the Beggs Gymnasium. Fouts holds it in the high post. Picks up his dribble. Tries to get it down low to Anapatarte. Double team. Spinning off of one man. Onto the second. He goes down hard. We've got a foul. It'll be on the floor. Anapatarte hitting the floor very hard. I was worried about his head hitting the Kubalevsky. Welcome you back inside the gymnasium here on the University of Viterbo, the campus. As Sims inbounds it to Fouts. Kicks it on top to Davis to set up the offense, finding Nanali. Nanali over to Sims. Sims on the far wing. Tries to feed it down low. Gets it to Davis. Kicks it back out. Here's Sims. Slips it to Anapatarte. Anapatarte trying to get it down low to Fouts. Shot clock down to 4, spinning against Rode, and he's stripped by Lydell King. King now trying to go coast to coast. He's blocked by Fouts. That one out of bounds, and it'll stay Viterbo ball. Lydell King, the senior out of Stockton, California, played 2 seasons for the Pirates of Modesto Junior College. Finds himself here in lacrosse, playing a big part here in this one. As Cole Krubel slips it as they work it to Thousand. Thousand, of course, hit the game winner back on Wednesday night against St. Xavier. Big 3, no good from Cole Krubel. 2:35 left to play as Merrick Small has it in the near short corner. Hitting Davis, he tries to cut through. He can't get a handle on it. Neither can Colin Adams in transition. Here goes Sims, feeds it to Small, underneath the hoop, forces it up and good. Back to a 3-point lead, 59-56, 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. Thousand now. Skips it over to King, who gives it to Krubel. Krubel with a dribble, finding Thousand. Thousand to Adams to King. Setting up the offense, trying to find some light to the hoop. Krubel thought maybe for a second he found it. He's going to put the shot regardless. Christian Rode with the bore, resets the shot clock. Thousand now. He's going to drive into the lane. Feeds it down low, and a slam for Colin Adams. Back to a 1-point deficit. And a timeout taken by Ryan Marks. 59-58. St. Francis with the lead. They're also in possession here. As Ramel Davis set to inbound. Gets it into Sims, and here we go. They waste the entire clock on this possession. There'll be exactly 1 minute left to play in the ball game. So here's Anapatarte, runs into Christian Rode, rips through, remains in possession. We got a foul down low. Anapatarte will head to the line. Christian Rode came in to stop the Spaniard. Did all he could. He was ripping violently to keep him away. And he'll head to the line. First one up, first one good. 2-point lead, 60-58, as Kepnick checks on for Lydell King. And Ryan Marks taking off one big man for another. Small for Fouts. Minute 13, Anapatarte trying to come through, make it a 3-point lead. Shot is up. That one good, nothing but net. 3-point advantage, 61-58. Thousand to inbound. And he'll run it up the floor. A minute 7 left. Thousand calls out what he wants, captaining the offense. Davis playing tough. He's going to try taking him to the hoop. Kicks it back out to Kepnick. Now to Thousand. Thousand skips it to Kepnick on the near side. Shot clock down to 7. Finding Rode. Tries to flip it back. Davis on the break. And he'll lay it up and in. 63-58. Gonna need a bucket now. As Adams into the lane, he goes with it, chucks it up, no good. Ball remains loose. Adams comes away with it, back out. 1,000 three-pointer, good! Thousand, the hero, leave their respective corners with 29.9 seconds left to play. A jump ball possession arrow leads to Viterbo's way. It's got to be on the mind of some players here in this scenario. Able to get it into Nanali. Nanali flips it forward. It's intercepted by Landon Thousand. He saves it from going out of bounds. Landon Thousand with 20 seconds left calls a timeout in the front court. And Don Jokum. Cole Krubel set to inbound in front of his bench. Gets it into Thousand. 17 seconds left. Kepnick to Rode. They work it to Thousand. Thousand to Krubel. Can't quite get the shot off. 10 seconds now. He's driving into the lane. Kicks it back out to Thousand. He'll take it in. Floater rises up. No good. Ball still loose. Picked up by Anabadarte with 1 second left. And St. Francis survives. So both teams to head back to their respective benches as the referees are going to discuss something here at the end. But as it sits, scoreboard reads all zeros. 63-61, St. Francis with the victory. Depending upon what the officials say here, but Viterbo has not left the bench. St. Francis are up. They're expecting the handshake line here. I believe they're discerning who to dish out some punishment to here. The foul will be on Cole Krubel. So they're adding 0.5 seconds to the clock. Somebody's going to walk the floor and shoot free throws here. Thousand trying to play hero once again. Not a bad look. Just couldn't get it to arch on in. Anabadarte on the 1-and-1. He'll try to put it away with 2. First one up, first one good. 3-point lead. 64-61 and a timeout taken by Wayne Wagner. And they'll have to be dead on. Anabadarte trying to put this one away. You make the second one. Shooting 83% from the line this season. That one up, that one rims out, no good. Adams throws it up, well short and off the mark. And now we have a final here from the Beggs Gymnasium. The 25th St. Francis Fighting Saints come into Viterbo and escape with a 64-61 victory.